I'll be quite brief this morning. It's very simple to explain what's going on. The Daystate, the Falcon, JSB, the wire arc, the FX and so on. 15 pellets altogether. All the groups are absolutely, I cannot say anything other than terrible. And looking at the target cards, I can't even see 2 pellets. Oh, I can. The JSB, two pellets have come together. But you can see all the different holes. Looks like it's been hit by a shotgun. Total random. They're all just simply all over the place. This was shot at 40 yards. The conditions was a little bit windy. But I sat back and thought about it. This is just atrocious, and it's down to one of two things that I thought originally. Is it my shooting technique? My ability? And I'm left wondering if that's the correct line of thought, because I was shooting off a bipod. I was laid down flat on the ground. The support for the rifle was quite firm, and the reality of it should be much better groups than that. The wind played a part, obviously. You can't expect miracles if it's a little bit breezy, but even so, the Logan there, that's probably another almost touching group with 2 of the pellets. But with the wind you might expect it to blow off, of course, the lighter pellets, the Mosquito, the Acupel are much lighter than the Logan, the Bismag and the Premier, and the R10, it's a much lighter pellet. Now the odd thing is, I have noticed it's a triangular shape, one to the left, and second one is slightly down and to the right, and then this comes a little bit further down and to the left, and it's exactly the same pattern with the Super Mag. On the left, slightly down and to the right, and then down and slightly to the left, but this is a much wider group but the same pattern. So that led me to believe that perhaps it's not shooting technique when you compare against the others, and perhaps it's not wind. The only conclusion I can come to, and it turned out to be a correct one in some ways, not the complete answer, was the scope. This is a rather cheap, rather basic, let's say value for money scope. Side focus, magnification on it, it's 3.5, goes up to 10, ideal for close range shooting with wide angle. My usual hunting range, I use 10 mag, maybe 8 mag, illuminated reticle. So the specs on paper sounded quite good for that, and so far it's done reasonably well for short range shooting. And this is not a review for a scope or advice for a scope, but what I've done, I took this off, put an old scope back on that I do know, although it's very basic compared to this. This is mil dot, the other one's got a plain simple crosshair, front focus, and although the mag's similar, it's not illuminated. It's a very basic, what you would call second-hand, cheaper bargain scope at the moment, but years and years ago when I bought it, it was quite good. The important part about this scope that I replaced this one with is the glass, the optics are very, very clear. Well, it was a budget scope, but certainly a very clear budget scope, and I know it's a good one. The results, I've come to the conclusion now, take this scope off, leave it off, find a better scope, and unfortunately I think I'm going to have to retry all these target cards, retry all the pellets, and in essence start again. But what I'm going to do, I've got this up to 40 yards and down to 15 pellets. So what I'm going to do is find a fresh scope, recheck all the pellets. I will get it down to the best 15 pellets and start again at 40 yards with the best 15 pellets, regardless of the ones that I've rejected previously and regardless of the so-called, at the moment, 15 best ones. So sometimes the accuracy is all down to the barrel, what pellets the barrel likes, but there are other factors into it, and in my case the scope played, I think, quite a large part of it.